Hey guys, welcome back, travel fam. All right, who's ready for episode 3? I'm really excited about tonight because we are going to kind of share through how we build out our itineraries. Like last week, we spent a lot of time talking about, planning the perfect trip and like our approach to just the initial planning. So we're going to take that a step further and really focus on building out that itinerary and what that looks like. So, yes, I thought it would help by adding a little music to like set the Paris vibe and just take us away, right? Like, how do we plan that perfect trip if we're not like in the vibe? So yeah, we've added music this week. We're trying out new things. I'm very excited. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into it. So again, to everybody who's joined, we're so excited you guys are here for episode 3. And if you're new to the channel, we are really excited to have you. Hope you enjoy. Definitely make sure you are subscribed and you've got notifications on. So as we set up new lives and release new videos, you won't miss a thing. So welcome. All right. So like I said, tonight we're really focusing on, please. Oh, hey, Glam Life 83. We're so excited you could make it. I know you weren't able to make it last week with a scheduling conflict, so we're excited to have you. Welcome. Right. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're excited too. So definitely let us know where you guys are watching from as we continue to kind of build out our little travel fam here, right? This is supposed to be fun, relax, like we just kind of talk through anything so we can really build that strong travel community of folks that just really love to travel and experience different cultures and things like that. So let us know where you guys are watching from. All right, and let's get into it. I feel like I've already been like babbling, so. All right, let's kind of think about, so again, today we're really focusing on a masterclass into how we plan out that itinerary. And first thing I really want to know is like, hear from you guys. I really want to understand your travel style, right? So in thinking about like, what is your kind of, like what's your top priority, right? So when you're thinking about Paris, what's your top priority? Let us know in the comments. Are you luxury experiences? We definitely try and hone in on a lot of those kind of different luxury or niche experiences. And in a few minutes, like I really want to walk you guys through our most recent trip to Paris, which the Paris Diaries is actually live right now. So if you haven't started watching, you can definitely get caught up. Our next video drops on Saturday. And you'll kind of see throughout the video, like we took a very purposeful way of how we planned out that trip and balanced everything out. So we'll kind of go through our methodology on that, but you'll definitely see we really like to focus on some of those like niche and luxury experiences. Okay, or are you here for the food in the cafes? Like, we are foodies through and through. We love to cook at home. We like to try and recreate dishes and stuff like that. And we definitely love to explore kind of different foods and different cultures and really focus on some of that. Oddly enough, in our most recent trip to Paris, as you guys will see, there's not a lot of food shown in that food diaries because I think we had so much on our plate that we really wanted to focus on that we were just not prioritizing food this time. So there was not a lot of like sit down meals or anything like that. But the ones we had were either bangers or glad we tried it, won't go back again. So we'll get into that too and kind of share some of our thoughts and approach on kind of recommendations from that perspective. Right, or are you here for the iconic sites? right? Is that what kind of sets your vibe for the trip? Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking to hit the major milestones in the various cities, Eiffel Tower, Pantheon, any of those types of things, which is always fun too? Or are you in for the shopping? Or you more into the slow and wandering, here for the vibes? So you guys tell us, what is your priority when thinking about planning a trip? Okay, hotel vibes and location. That's definitely key. The wrong hotel can really make or break. Like I feel like that's a really passionate one for us. Just different trips, you take a different approach. Like, am I looking for just a room to rest my head, or am I looking for a full experience? And location really weighs in, right? Like if I'm staying further out to save money, am I then wasting too much time or money traveling into where I want to be? Was it worth just kind of picking something in the right location? Or is the location matching the vibe I'm going for? Did I pick a hotel in a really busy central place, but I was really here for the quiet, the vibe, the relaxation, and I would have been more happy in like one of the different neighborhoods, like staying up in Montemere or something like that. So that's definitely a good one. Let's see, Eiffel Tower and a bunch of good food. I'm here for it. We've got some recommendations for you for sure. Okay. All right. Anybody else? What are you guys thinking? Okay. Well, we've got quite a bit to get started with, so we will keep on going. All right. So we'll walk you guys through exactly how we think about planning out a trip, right? So we really kind of hone in on what are those anchor moments, right? Like what are our absolute must-haves? And so A and I will both make a list separately, like when we're traveling together. We'll both make our separate list and think through like, okay, these are really important to me. And then we'll go through and kind of rank them. Like, hey, these are like must-dos. Like these are the ones that are really make or break for me. And then these are the ones that are like, they're nice to have, right? Like we would love to do it, but if it doesn't work out, it's okay too, maybe next time, right? And so that really does help us prioritize what our trip is. And if we need some extra fillers, or hey, we're already in that area and that was on the list, then it makes it easy to kind of figure out how we plug and play the different things together. So that's definitely the first approach we take. Another one we do when we're looking at kind of trying to figure out what is important to us is we do a lot of like, we call them deep dives, but like we actually do a lot of deep dives in terms of like looking into things that we've heard about, right? So we do it with hotels, we do it with experiences, restaurants, things like that. And so we'll research on TikTok and be like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So then we'll go out to YouTube and look for other folks who have, done that same experience or stayed at that same hotel. And it really helps us to refine that list so that we're not just looking at a couple things and choosing blindly, right? So we really do lean into what other folks kind of share back in terms of their experience to help us really refine that list and figure out like what really works for us. Or as we learn more, is this not quite maybe the right fit that we were thinking about? So that's definitely kind of like a key planning thing that we absolutely look for. Okay. In addition, right, and I'll be incredibly honest with you guys, this is a spot that I struggle with, and really helps balance me out, right? Is so leaving that space to wander, or leaving that space to just relax and enjoy. So I have a tendency to overschedule and like rip and run, and then I need a vacation from the vacation because I'm exhausted. And A does a really good job of like balancing out our list. So like I said, we'll look at our list and we'll be like, okay, we've put 15 things on the list for today. Like, that's just not realistic. So what are our priorities? Let's focus on a handful of things, and then we can leave these on as nice to haves, but really kind of balance out and give us also not only the time to like relax, but that space to come across something different, right? Like if we're so focused on getting from like, hey, this is on the itinerary, we're ticking the boxes, I've got to get to here, and I've got to now take an Uber because I didn't leave myself enough time, then you kind of miss stumbling into a cafe or an art shop or a local artisan shop or something like that, where you can find those hidden gems and really find your version of Paris. So definitely something to consider, right? Like leave that space to wander, and then finding that balance, right, between luxury and real life. We don't want everything to be crazy luxurious. We want to make sure that we're focused on all the things, right? So location strategy is key. I know we've mentioned it before, and if you've watched any of our other videos, or especially our Disney content, we a lot of times are huge fans of what we call the split stay, right? So whether it be Paris or Disney or some of the other places, we may look at spending some of the nights in one hotel and location, and then we transfer to a different hotel. So sometimes we do that for budget reasons, right? Like we look for a more affordable option for some of the nights, and then we splurge on a different night. Especially, again, if you guys watch us, you know that we are huge Marriott girlies, and so sometimes we'll book a more budget supportive property, and then we'll splurge on like a more luxurious property, and that helps us kind of be able to obtain some of those luxury experiences that like we may not be able to afford for 5 nights or something like that, right? Sometimes we also really look at that split stay when it comes to just location, right? So if we know we're focusing on this area and we have a lot of activities over here, perhaps we get a hotel that's a walking distance from those things, and we plan our itinerary accordingly, right? Like we know we want to do these things by the Louvre and the Eiffel Tower, but then we also want to do things over here. We may move locations just to make some of that easier to execute on, right? So we can do split stays for multiple reasons, right? Whether it be budget or, like we said, location, lots of different kind of approaches, but definitely something as you're planning out your itinerary that can really kind of help you think through some of those different things. Okay, so kind of a quick itinerary tease here. So in our last trip, like I said, one of the things that I don't balance well is not ripping and running the whole time. And so the approach we took with our last trip that was really, really helpful is, like I said, we made our list, we went through everything, and then we bucketed things into like, okay, you know what, this is like a lot of shopping or niche experiences. And then this is a lot of like museums or sightseeing and stuff like that. And so we actually carved our schedule out exactly like that. We're like, okay, this is the day we're going to be a little bit more scheduled. We're buying tickets to get into certain things that are timed. We've got a lot more kind of like tick and tie items on there. So since we were more overscheduled, if you will, on like day 2, then on day 3, we're going to say like, hey, we're going to hit 1 or 2 museums, focus on cafes, wandering along the river, things like that, to balance out how busy we were the day before. And so we really did kind of hone in on like, okay, this is definitely a shopping day where we want to focus on that. And then this day, we'll focus on kind of some of the relaxation. So that was definitely kind of the approach we took with that. So, all right. And I see we've had kind of some new folks join. So if you're new to the chat, welcome, and we're excited to have you. Definitely make sure you drop in the comments and let us know where your top priorities are for Paris, so we can start thinking about planning one for our travel fam here, right? With using exactly what you guys are looking for, suggestions, things like that. So curious about all the great food. Yes, I'm here for it. All right. So I did tease out to you guys in kind of, if you guys saw our community post or any of our kind of like little post where we were talking about what we were looking at, one of the things that I really wanted to share was a free tool that we use. And so this is not sponsored. We genuinely love this tool. So A discovered the app called the Wanderlog a couple years ago, and she has been using it for years. And then shared it with me, and we both used it kind of, you know, personally and things like that. And then as we continue to grow in our Once Upon a Passport journey, it became a really great tool. And it absolutely has taken our planning to the next level and really made it effortless, right? So I do not want to pay a travel agent or anything like that. I don't also claim to be a travel agent. But this app, like I said, it's free in the App Store. It's called the Wanderlog. We will pop it in the comments later so you guys can see it as well. But it has so many amazing features, and it just makes traveling so easy. So let's actually, I think I can share my screen with you guys, and we will actually plan one live together. So let's do it. And really looking for what you guys are looking for. So we've got a strong interest in food. We definitely are here for the Eiffel Tower. I definitely saw that in some of the comments before online. So let's see here. All right. So as a group, we got to make a couple decisions before we get started. So, all right. One hotel, or are we doing a split stay? What are you guys thinking? Yes, thank you. Wanderlog link in the app, in the comment section. Thank you so much. So you guys definitely check it out. Like I said, it's a free app. You can pay for some upgraded features, but as you guys will see in a minute, you can do so much with just the free features. It's really a really strong, great tool. So this is going to be the Once Upon a Passport Paris trip for episode 3. Okay. Oh my gosh, I thought I'm typing in a title. Lord. All right, so we are going to Paris, France. And for dates, let's go ahead and fly out Sunday the 3rd. I know where we are located, and I did see there were some other folks kind of in the same general area of the US that we are, that it's usually like you fly kind of overnight. And for us, and so if we fly out on the 3rd of May on a Sunday, we would get there Monday morning, and then let's see, we could stay until the 8th. So that essentially gives us, so that'd be 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, and then we'll fly out on the 8th. And in our experience, like I said, going, we usually fly overnight, get there early in the morning, and then flying out, it's usually kind of like an all day. And because of the way the time change goes, we end up being there kind of same day, like we don't lose a day that way. All right, so as you can see, you can invite trip mates. So usually either A will start this, or I'll start this, or, you know, I'll be adding in my husband, or if we're planning trips with other folks, right, you can add everybody in it. So everybody can add to it, which makes it really fun to start planning. Okay, so we will start planning. We will maybe later invite somebody. All right, so we've got our trip to Paris. Now here's where we'll change it so we don't lose this one. So Once Upon a Passport, Paris, live from episode 3. Okay, so we've got that in there. So what is really cool, and this is kind of what I love about the app, right, is that it'll instantly start popping up some suggestions for you. So you can put a budgeting thing in there. This is what I'm looking to be on. Also, when you go in and book your flights, you can literally just email your reservation to, like, it'll give you an email link straight to the Wanderlog, and it'll add everything in there, your confirmation numbers, your seat assignments, and it'll add it into the thing. So another thing that makes it really easy, right, is adding places to visit. So you'll see here, it's got recommended places already listed, and it definitely is calling out like some of the highlights, right? So Eiffel Tower, yeah, we're doing it, adding that one. So we'll add that to the list. We've heard that a couple times. Oh my goodness, slowest internet ever. Wine break. Okay. Okay. Oops. No. I wanted to see my recommended places. All right. So let's see some others. Now, before we added it, it had like the Louvre on there and stuff, which I wanted to make sure we got because I think I had seen someone in the comments put that one in there. I will say I personally do like the app better. But maybe that's just me in terms of like what I'm super used to, and that just helps. But here we can do browse all. Let's see what that looks like. We can go by categories. And this is what's cool too, is that they have searches where it's like best attractions in Paris, 5-day itinerary. So you can copy other people's kind of things that they've made public as well and start popping them in. Okay, so here's kind of that list we saw earlier, right? So we've got the Louvre Museum. It's giving you the star ranking and categories, brief description, things like that. Then you can also, it provides address, things like that. So I mean, just super easy. All right, so we're gonna add this one to our trip. We know we want places to visit. So for now, let's just throw it in places to visit and see what we get. Okay, the Arc de Triomphe. Here we go. That looks beautiful. What do you guys think? Yay or nay on the, I can't pronounce that, the church that was commissioned by King Louis the Ninth? I lost sight of the comments. Okay, I see a yay. Great, awesome, thank you. Going back, oh, please. All right, add to the trip. And then Notre Dame, I did definitely see, I don't know if it was on TikTok that somebody added Notre Dame or maybe on the community post, but I definitely remember seeing that one. So let's make sure we get that added. Okay. All right, guys. What else? What are we missing? What should be on here that we don't already have? Some food. That's fair. All right, that's fair. All right, so let's put some of those on there. So, screen just keeps moving. All right, so we had Cafe Marley on our list last trip that we took that the Paris Diaries is on. We had Cafe Marley on there, and we actually didn't make it, but it is on my bucket list. So they have like, it's a really beautiful restaurant, and they have an outdoor patio that looks right at the Louvre and like the kind of like glass pyramid, and it looks just exquisite at night. So it is like an elegant spot. You do have to be appropriately dressed, but yeah. So like open air arched passageway with Louvre views. Just kind of seems amazing. So never been there, can't speak to what the food is like, but this is another one where I wasn't sure about it. And then I watched a bunch of TikToks and just fell in love with the restaurant. It ended up not working for us last time for our schedule and our itinerary, but it's one that I would put back on my list because I definitely want to experience it. So, all right, we've got some food on there, adding that one to the list. And let's also add, this might be one of my new faves. We went here we've been here once before, and the food was so amazing. I still like dream about the sauce that was in the dish I ordered. And like, I almost can't even tell you what else was in it, except the sauce was just, it was rich, but balanced. And my mouth is watering just thinking about it. I think I had like a hen or a chicken maybe, and some potatoes and green beans. No, like roasted potatoes and green beans. I remember. It was amazing. So I want to go again and order something else on the menu. And you guys can definitely check it out. This restaurant, we go there. It's in the next Paris Diaries that is coming out on Saturday. So definitely check it out, and you can see how cute and quaint this restaurant is. Like, it's a total classic, like Parisian vibe. Like, it's a small little intimate restaurant. The tables are like right on top of each other, which very different than kind of in the US, but that's not specific to this cafe. That just is kind of in general, right? Like, we saw that at pretty much anywhere in Paris. You're literally right kind of next to your neighbor, but our kind of neighbors when we dined were just so much fun. They were like, we didn't really interact a whole lot except when we were like sitting down and stuff like that. But there was like a family traveling together, and we had shopping bags with us, and they're like, where did you go? Where do we need to go tomorrow? This looks amazing. And so we had, a little bit of like conversation, and then, they went on about their business and we went about ours, but it was such a lovely night. So I'm putting this one on the list because I think it's amazing. So definitely check this one out. Okay. And let's go through it. So we've got a couple restaurants on there. Not many. We're definitely leaving ourselves space. Okay, another one for split stay. I'm here for it. That seems a little close. You're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong. It was close. It was really close. And like walking up, I definitely had a little bit of anxiety because we did have shopping bags and coats because it was cold. And so it was like, I don't even know how I'm going to contain like myself in this tiny little seat, but it ended up being like just amazing. It was so good. And like I said, I'm putting it on the list to go back because I'm still dreaming about being there. So it was totally worth it. I highly recommend you give it a try and just see. Okay. So, in addition to planning, like with all the fancy things, I also go through and like, I'm old school, right? Like I have it in the planner, I write things down, and then I kind of go back and look as well. So I did make some notes ahead of time that we can use to go off of. So let me see what we can add into our little list here. Okay, so we've got Notre Dame, and I've got like, okay, first, can I like call out how cute this is? Champagne and French fries. It keeps all of my my like pins and highlighters and things all together for my old school writing everything down. So, okay, I had on the list Notre Dame because I knew it was in the comments, so I make sure we got that one. So we got Notre Dame, we got 15, we got the Louvre, we got the Arc. All right, Café Marley, got that one on there. Okay, so I actually do have quite a few more that we'll go ahead and add in just based on kind of previous experiences, highlights, things like that we can utilize. Okay, where did my window go? Okay. Places to visit. Here we go. So, all right, we're going to add some places. Where did my others go? Oh, they ended up down in the restaurant section. Ugh. Put it all together. Okay, let's do this one. This is kind of like another museum that's absolutely gorgeous. I have personally not been to this one, but it looks really amazing. So I think it's a good one to throw kind of out there, especially if you've never been before. You know what? We won't put that one here. Okay, Jobois. We went here last time as well. They are like a fragrance store. And so if you're wanting to find your signature fragrance, this might be a fun stop. They had a lot of really beautiful bottles. It was a beautiful store to go through. Back in museums, we're going to go ahead and add Hotel de la Marine on there. So this one, like kind of quick call out, like this is a great one if like you are really interested in like seeing Versailles, but Versailles is far and it's a commitment, right? So most people say you need at least 4 or 5 hours out there. It's not close. So you're giving up a big chunk of your time and itinerary to be able to go out to Versailles. So as a like time-friendly alternative, I would consider, or just kind of look into the Hotel de la Marine because it gives some of those like same feels of Versailles. It has a beautiful grand like mirrored hall, and it literally is 80% original to when it was inhabited, I think in the 1700s. So it's very, it's such a unique experience, and they have headphones that you can listen to, and they are so advanced. Like if you kind of turn and go the wrong way, it has the little like casting characters being like, Madame, you went too far, Madame. And so like, that was kind of cool. Like it was super advanced. So I thought that was really interesting. But so definitely one to consider or to check out. If you are into fashion, Oh, please. La Galerie Dior is a great option. It really goes through the House of Dior and stuff like that. I think we featured it in episode 2, I believe, of the Paris Diaries. So if you want to learn more, see kind of our experience or thoughts, you can definitely watch the diaries and kind of get our opinion or perspective. So, all right, if we're thinking about shopping, the Bon Marche is a great one. This is one of the oldest shopping malls in Paris. So it's kind of a unique experience. And along the same in terms of shopping malls, Galerie Lafayette is amazing. And this is the one, if you guys remember, I think it pops up, right? Like it has this gorgeous, beautiful dome and you can actually like walk out, which looks super scary because it's like a glass sidewalk, like catwalk. You can walk out into the middle and just like look up and see this beautiful stained glass dome. It's just exquisite. It's gorgeous. And then also, fun fact, there is a like elevator staircase that you can get up to the roof and you can get 360 views of the city right there. You can see the Eiffel Tower. You can see really far out. It's right in the Opera District in the 9th Artist Mall. So fabulous location right by the Opera House. That's definitely a cool one to check out. And it's really interesting because it's got like every high-end fashion house and designer literally like in the mall. And you can just go in and be like, everybody is right here. It's such a unique experience. It's pretty cool. So if you're looking to do some shopping, that puts a lot of things in one place. And directly across the street is the La Grande Épicerie. My French is fabulous. Why am I still typing? It's right here. So this is like a local French grocery store. And A and I both really love going to grocery stores in other countries and just kind of seeing what they have, seeing the pricing, the food, the way it's presented. And this one is absolutely a favorite. So we go every time. And if you want to bring back like French butter, like this is such a great place to do that because you go into like the butter section and it's so many options, but they'll vacuum seal it right for you. So that's kind of fun. And we go into a lot more detail about La Grande Épicerie in the Paris Diaries. So again, if you guys pop in and watch that, if you're all interested, we give a lot more kind of tips, thoughts, and you can see some of our footage of being there as well. But that, like I said, is right next to Galerie Lafayette. So it's a great one. I hit add. Did it not add it? So I don't see it. I'm on the safe side. Let's just double check. Didn't put it in food, did it? No. Look, please. Oh, we found 2 results. Oh, okay. Add to trip. That is what we want. I mean, this is the right location. Okay, well, we'll check that on the map and make sure it's right, but it should be, it's right next to Le Bon Marche, then it's perfect. Okay, well, we can always adjust if we need to. Okay, so for my wanderers out there, and if the weather is amazing, we just want to do a little bit of walking and whatnot, I think we should add this on the list, right? So it's a beautiful park, like right in the middle of Paris, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And you can kind of wander through. They've got beautiful gardens, things like that, statues on pedestals. So very iconic, very beautiful, and might be just a great, hey, we've done a lot of really crowded, busy things. How do we relax and like recenter for a minute? So I think this is a great one, especially, like I said, if there's great weather, if we're here for the architecture. Let's go ahead and add the Pantheon. All right. And then, of course, we kind of mentioned it casually, but we never actually added it to the list. Oh my gosh, I walk and chew gum. We've got a couple of these. And let's add another food on there. So we've got Pink Mama's, pretty iconic. And I think that's pretty good. We've got quite a bit on there. So, okay. So now we can look at our map and go through from here. Why am I not seeing? Great. So when we look over at the map, okay, I don't know why it's not letting me bring the map over, but you guys can see kind of here on the side, we've got all of the different things that we mapped out together. So we can go through and assign all of our different items to different days. So we can group like these couple of ones together, these couple of ones together, and go through within the app and just say, hey, we want to assign this place to the itinerary for day 1, day 2, day 3. Makes it really easy. So we've got everything in our list. We can kind of go through, assign them all in there, and we've got a strong plan. And then you guys will see as you start using the app that you can go through and like check off the ones that you've been to. You can move things around very easily from day to day. So it makes it really, really easy to kind of plan that trip, go through everything, and you are all set. So like I said, that's the tool that we like to use to really help plan out that itinerary. So I hope you guys found it helpful. The best is to just get in there and start playing with it, and you'll kind of see that you can really plan out the perfect trip for you based on what you're looking to do. So guys, that's kind of what we had for tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful, and we will absolutely see you guys again soon. So definitely don't forget to make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss anything. Like I said, we've got new episode releasing on Saturday, and a lot of the places we talked about tonight are definitely featured in there as we said in the comments as well. So had a great time with you guys tonight. Looking forward to talking to you guys again next week, and hope everybody has a fabulous week. Bye, travel fam.